Yeah, so from Daniela, who's 12 years old and making a difference. The guy sitting next to me is not 12, but he is making a difference to our afternoon. Of course, I'm talking about Danilo Acquisto, radio presenter and, of course, TV presenter as well on Afternoon Express. And we thought to bring him in because we want to have a bit of a lesson on how to be great before 8. And that's why we brought him in, to find out more about him and, how being on Afternoon Express, for instance, has changed your life. But before that, we know that you were presenting from a very young age. Yeah. But how was high school for you? Because for me, I was one of the uncoolest kids in the entire school.
Let's just put it there. I honestly think the coolest kids are the ones that become everyone else's bosses at some point in their lives. But it was. I think I was the drama kid. I always wanted to be involved with all the projects no one else wanted to be involved with. I didn't do mainstream sports. I played hockey instead of rugby. I wanted to swim instead of do all the other sports that you can think of out there. So definitely an uncool kid. I made my way between different groups of people. I didn't want to be cliquey with the nerds or the jocks or anyone else. Bit of a outcast, I guess.
But of course, what you do right now is absolutely fantastic. But being great before 8 must take a bit of planning. It doesn't just happen to you, right? So when you take us through your day, how much of it actually requires proper planning? For instance, getting ready the previous night for all of the responsibilities you have to take on the next day.
Funny. I think in so many ways I'd be lying to you if I said that I sat the night before and I planned my meals for the day, did all that stuff. I don't think that works for me. But I do think it requires a lot of planning with diaries. I really enjoy keeping a diary. I enjoy keeping my time scheduled. Accountability is big for me, I think, especially because I wake up in the morning, I'm at gym from 6:30 or 7.
Every day?
Every day.
Get
I have
in
to be
there, boy.
Not to go, trying to get to the gym and, check the chicks. But I do it, I think, because it's good for my health, and I keep myself accountable. So I have a trainer, and he's very, very cool from the Sports Science Institute, and I make sure that I, at least there, have someone to be accountable to wake up in the morning to kickstart that day. Otherwise, it's never going to get started.
Yeah. So those are probably some of the personal goals that you set for yourself every day to make sure that you are as effective and as productive as you can be. What are some of the other goals that you set for yourself when you think in the morning?
Sure. When I'm thinking in the morning of the goals I want to get to, is I know that I work hard. I have this tendency to become an overachiever when it comes to work. I really want to just be great. I always want to do more. The problem is if you always have that goal set in your mind, you always tend to neglect the small things like your health, eating right, exercising enough, spending enough time still and quiet within your own mental space. I think those are all important things to add to that list. So I think in the morning it's to make sure that throughout my day I've created a balanced lifestyle. Quiet time, eating healthy, exercising, working hard, friendships, family, finding an equal balance in all of those in a day.
Okay, so give us your top 5 tips to be great before 8.
Oh my gosh, you guys should be doing this interview. Okay, top 5 tips. I think the first one has to be find a goal and find something that you're incredibly passionate about. So first of all, get to that point where you feel like you've got something that you're working towards that's only your thing.
Okay.
It's the biggest one. 2, schedule your time. Make sure that you've got a diary, you're keeping that stuff, you're slotting in friends and family, you're slotting in quiet time, you're slotting in eating the right foods at certain
points. That's what phones are for. Use that calendar.
Yes, it's amazing. I always used to think that I could never do it. Just do it. Just somewhere, put it in there. Quiet time today, read today. Do something like that. Scheduling is important. Exercise, you have to. Without that sort of exercise, your body's lethargic, your brain is not working in its full functionality. Is that even a thing?
That's a thing.
Eating well. I think plan your diets properly. Make sure you're getting enough vegetables in your diet every day. Make sure you eat a healthy breakfast. Eat well, in the morning. Make sure you're getting enough of that in the morning. I think that's a very, very important one. And finally, I think it's build a community around you. Find family and friends that are going to support you, encourage you, and want what's best for you. That way you feel like you're accountable to people who actually care and love you. When you wake up in the morning, you're not just worthless or have no goals to work towards. Find people who are going to say to you hey, I want you to be great before 8.
Yeah, man. Listen, I want to watch this on YouTube and then write these down for myself. Really great advice. So if you believe that you are great before 8, then let us know what makes you great just by logging on to our Facebook page. And then, of course, don't forget to use the hashtag #GreatBefore8 and you could win a 3,000 Rand Bank's Kitchen boutique voucher. The competition does close on the 15th of June and T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. But otherwise, dude, thank you very, very much for coming here and, allowing us to recognize the greatness within you. And you really do inspire us. And thank you also to Kellogg's for recognizing those exceptional people out there that are doing all great things just before 8 a.m.
Kellogg's, start your great.